Hello friend, today is August 1st. I'm going to ship out my second generation Octane Balisong since today. So I do this video to introduce you some details and answer some questions about my second generation. And first I will answer the most frequently asked question. What's the difference about my second generation Octane Balisong and the first edition? Now let's do a unboxing and a review of those two balisongs. Okay, this is the first one and this is the second generation. As you can see, the second generation is absolutely much darker than the first one. It's mainly painted with black color. And the color of this first generation is more close to silver color. Okay, this is the biggest difference from the appearance. The second change to the Octane Balisong is the color of the needle. This is a needle of the second generation, and this is the needle of the first generation. Both of them are metal, but the second generation only painted with 1/3 part of the needle with green color. The third big change is the second Octane Balisong has a handmade leather sheath. It can be used to storage the Octane Balisong. Besides, I have provided a pair of screws and spare parts of the second generation, because a lot of customers have reported that they have lost their screws when they're flipping the Octane Balisong. So there will be a spare parts for the second generation. Let's take a look at the second one and the first one with needle. They are almost the same, except the color. The second one has some improvement, so it's more close to the original design in games. I have to do a lot of homework to make the second generation more accurate. Okay. Here I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. The first is how to make my screws tighten and not easily getting loose. Okay, first I have to repeat that This Octane Balisong is not a trailer. It's not a professional trainer for practicing. It's more to a collection model. If you know how to do tricks with the balisongs, you have mastered the skills of balisongs. You can flip it and perform it with amazing tricks. But it's not a trailer. It's not made for trailing. It's made for collection and decorating, or can send it as a gift to your friends who is octomine. It's not a trailer anyway, but it's durable enough to do tricks. So if you want to flip it, it's okay, and it will not be destroyed easily. But there is a problem with the screws. The screws is customized for making the model. It's not customized for making a professional trainer. So there is a little problem that it will get loose easily when you're flipping it. And some customers might have lose their screws when they're flipping it. Okay, so there is a tips that I get from some balisong makers to avoid the screws getting loose easily. You can drop some strong glue into the screw snout and then tight the screws. It won't get losing easily anymore when you put the glue into the screws and tighten it. I cannot say it's 100% works, but it do works with my Octane Balisong, and this one doesn't get loose anymore. Customers asked me how to install the needle to the Octane Balisong. I used to think it will be easy, but I think it's better to do a teaching video here. Okay, this is needle, put into the hole, and then there is a mini screwdriver, and there is a mini screw. Okay, you can see there is a hole. You can put the mini screw into the hole. Okay, and just tighten the screw into the balisong head. Okay, needle is fixed now. When you want to remove the needle, just need to lose the screw and then take it off. This is the answer to install the needle. Some customers also asked about the tracking problem. I have to say there is some problem with my tracking code to be tracked with the shop app, but you can track the tracking code I provide to you in some other tracking site, such as the trackdog.com or other third-party tracking website. Some customer also said the delivery was failed. It's mainly because of the address you have left when you placing the order. 90% of the problem was caused by a lacking of apartment number or a house number. So please make your address as exactly as possible to get your order. And some customers also reported a delay of the delivery. It's mainly because of the customer problems and lighting percent problems was happened to the customers from UK and Australia, because those two countries had a strict policy to the balisong items. As I have explained, that it's just a problem of time. You will finally get your Octane Balisong. If the delivery was failed, I will refund you. Some customers also concerned that is this Octane Balisong illegal in their country? I have to say this is a mental craft with a blunt blade, so it's safe for people. It should be legal for most of the countries. At the end of this video, let's take a look at some feedback about my customers to the first generation Octane Balisongs.
So here's the knife that I got. It's perfect. I didn't expect this part to be metal as well. It's really nice. I did make some adjustments. I put some bearings in there. It required me to stretch this a little bit, but the metal is so strong, it didn't make a difference in the durability, but there is bearings in there. Super nice. Everything's perfect on it. Thanks, dude. I can't wait for the next model.